Get ready to be jolted out of the ordinary and into a world where conversations are charged with intensity and facts. The Lightning Strike Talk Radio with your host, Mohammed Fahim, broadcasting live from the heart of the city on Chicago's Progressive Talk Radio, WCPT 820 AM. Welcome to a radio show that charges through the airwaves with an electricity like no other. Here's your host, Mohammed Fahim.
To the discussion, and Saqib, I just want to introduce you to my team over here. Dr. Sheila White is our Person of the Week producer. She's been with the show from the beginning. Mike Patino is our political segment producer. He joined us about a couple of months back. Reed Bible joins us from Henderson, Nevada. Reed is a former special supervisory agent for ICE. He's also a retired immigration attorney and a Will County board member. And in the 9 o'clock hour, we'll be joined by Congresswoman Marie Newman. She is a regular member of our team. And Marie is actually going to be interviewing Ro Khanna today. So we're going to have a lot of firepower in the second hour. But welcome, Saqib and Amisha. If Amisha, if you could please unmute yourself and introduce yourself. Let's see what we are going to be talking about today. So, Raja Krishnamurthy, Saqib, what brings you to the table?
We're here because we know that Raja is wrong for Illinois. He is wrong. He's out of touch because of the money he's taken from MAGA donors, from the money he's taken from APAC, the Israeli lobby, the fact that he takes money from the fascist, from fascist aligned in India. We know that he's out of touch with Democrats in Illinois, and we know that he is wrong for our state. It's time to reject Raja.
Okay, and I see Amisha over here. Amisha, good morning. Thank you for joining on the Lightning Strike on WCPT.
Good morning. Thanks for having us.
Okay, folks, if you have any questions, if you want to join the conversation, the number to call in is 773-763-9278. Let me repeat that, 773-763-9278. You can also text us at that number. And we had promised that this 3 weeks we will be talking about our senatorial candidates, and we're going to start off this week with Raja Krishnamurthy. So, Amisha, what brings you into the mix over here?
Sure. Well, I'm a longtime community and labor organizer in Illinois, and I'm a South Asian woman who has very clear values about my community and our role in our community. I'm here because I'm part of Illinois Against MAGA, and we are a new PAC that has been built up because we need to lift up the reality of Raja Krishnamurthy and the reality of the donors behind Raja Krishnamurthy, because we don't think enough people know who's actually supporting him and whose money he's taking. And we are here because we want to lift up and make sure as many Illinois voters know as possible the MAGA leadership, the Trump leadership, the Project 2025 leadership that have all given money to Raja Krishnamurthy. So I'm here because it is really important to me that we reject Raja and that I do all I can to make sure that everyone knows what's at stake in this election.
Okay, so let's bring some receipts to the table over here. Saqib, when you say that he has taken money from MAGA donors, I know that Raja did take money from the CEO of Palantir, okay? And when he was caught with his hand in the cookie jar, he said, oh, no, I'm going to donate this money to another organization that is dealing with immigrants and all of that. So when he gets caught, he pulls this maneuver. So what other receipts do you have, guys?
Yeah, first, when he took the Palantir money and when he was asked about it, the first thing he said is, well, what his spokesperson said is, well, we take money from anybody. Well, why do you take money from anybody, right? Why are you up for the highest bidder? You're supposed to represent us. In addition to one of the execs at Palantir, he took a lot of money from Mark Andreessen. Mark Andreessen is a major Trump donor. He is someone who does not believe in democracy. He thinks that we should have rule by tech bros. He thinks that he has said that anti-racism and anti-sexism are politically lethal. He is a literal fascist. I don't understand how Raja can take money from a fascist and then go speak at a No Kings rally. It makes no sense.
I I would I would love folks for Raja Krishnamurthy to come on the show with us, and we would we're going to keep it open for him anytime he wants. Mike, you want to reach out to Raja's team and see if he would like to come on next week with us?
Yes, definitely. I will definitely do that.
Okay, and if he declines, we will know why he declined. And not only that, folks, let's not forget that a couple of weeks back we had Mahatma Gandhi's great grandson on the show with us, Tushar Gandhi, and most people don't know that the person who murdered Mahatma Gandhi belonged to the party that Raja Krishnamurthy is aligned with back in India. That is Modi's RSS, which is the Rashtriya Swayam Sevak Sangh. Let me translate those terms for you. Dr. White, do you know what the Rashtriya Swayam Sevak Sangh stands for?
No, I don't.
Okay, so Rashtriya is basically nationalistic. Swayam Sevak is self-serving, okay, serving themselves, and Sangh is a group. So these guys are all about serving themselves, and the party was actually started by a guy called as Guru Golwalkar. Okay, I know my Indian history, folks. I used to teach that. Okay, now,
Hmm.
where did Gowarkar get his concepts from? He got it straight from the Nazi Party in Germany. So that is the background of Narendra Modi's party, and Narendra Modi is Raja's great friend. And when the RSS decided to have a convention, an international convention here in Lombard in Illinois, and they had their chief come in, every Congress person of Indian origin, from Pramila Jaipal to you name them, they declined to attend that convention. And guess what? Raja Krishnamurthy shows up over there. To Raja, it's not about concepts, it's not about conscience, it's all about money. Whatever that he can get to get elected. So I want to get your take on that, Saqib and Amisha.
Yeah, so my wife is a Gujarati Muslim. I'm Muslim as well. And the thing that really comes to mind for me is that while Narendra Modi was the chief minister of Gujarat, he oversaw a genocide of Gujarati Muslims.
And that's why he was banned from coming into the country.
Yes, that's why he was banned from coming to the country. Over 2 million people were displaced.
Okay,
Uh,
Saqib, one second, if you don't mind. We got Dave calling in to talk about foreign contributions of Raja. If you can, Dylan, if you could please patch Dave into the conversation.
He's on.
Hey,
Oh,
Dave, good morning. Thank you for calling in.
oh, no trouble. Yeah, I heard you were talking about these various Congress people that seem to have outside influences, and it crosses my mind. Not only is perhaps Modi contributing to one of your Congress people, but uh, whether or not we should look at these cryptocurrencies as outside money coming in. You never know who's behind, who owns a cryptocurrency, and is it considered a foreign contribution? Technically, no congressman is supposed to accept foreign money, but these cryptocurrencies they sure look like, the possibility of who actually owns a cryptocurrency and whether or not these politicians are on the take from Putin, from Saudi Arabia, from God knows Modi, who knows where this money is coming from.
Well,
And whether
Dave,
we should be
thank
looking
you
at,
for calling in. Where are you listening to us from, Dave?
oh, I'm out in San Francisco,
Okay.
somewhat the home of these weird cryptocurrencies.
Okay, so that's where the crypto thing is coming in. Here's the thing, Dave. At one point in 2019, when I had challenged Radha Krishnamurthy to run for Congress for the 8th district, okay, he immediately challenged my petition. He had never challenged anyone's petitions in his life. And at that point, he had more money in his campaign fund than both the state senators combined. Now, my question always has been, if you have so much money, then you're selling yourself to some other interest. Saqib, what do you say to that?
Sure.
100%. And I think,
Yep.
to Dave's point, like whether like we know that he has takes a lot of money from foreign interest, right? From organizations that are actually pushing agendas that are not aligned with our values, such as APAC, which was responsible for really lobbying very heavily for the genocide in Gaza, that isn't right now lobbying very heavily for the war in Iran that Americans don't want. We know that he takes money from RSS supporters in the U.S., who we know again are responsible for pushing fascism and a Hindu supremacist vision in India. You talked about cryptocurrencies. Mark Andreessen is a major cryptocurrency investor. This guy is completely out of touch with Illinois Democrats, and that's why we need to reject Raja.
Okay, and Amisha, we got about 6 minutes to finish off this segment. Let me see if Dr. White or Mike or Reed have any questions for you, gentlemen and ladies. So go ahead, guys. You got any questions for our guest? But let's start with Sheila.
Well, yeah, I just want to thank you all for being here. It's very important what you're saying and the fight that you have. I just think without any absolute authority for right or wrong, humans in every generation have devised a multitude of excuses to justify abuse. And this is just another when the money comes into the game. Hatred doesn't need any logic, only permission. And the money provides the permission for this type of thing. I just think that we should be saying never again should we would remember never again if we don't speak out and never again if we don't act. And now is the time in this voting season. That's
Okay,
it.
so folks,
Well stated.
one of the things that I would again like to emphasize is this is nothing personal against Raja Krishnamurthy. Okay,
Right.
he may be a great person, a great human being, but the policies that
That's it.
he is espousing and the interest that he is representing, we as American citizens have the right to ask him to explain himself. We have the right to challenge him. One of the things that we want to, when we started the show about 2.5 years back, the main intent was we're going to hold our elected representatives accountable for their actions or their inactions. And that is how we can make sure that we have a functioning democracy. So, Amisha, you want to jump in and continue the conversation a little bit? And thank you, Sheila, for your comments.
Yeah, I mean, I think that Sheila, your comments are completely right, and our role really, as residents of the state, as people who care about the values and that we believe in, is to lift up when people are saying one thing, but then actually taking money from the people who they're actually saying they're against. So anyone can talk and can say all the things about what they're up against, and what they're against, and what they're for. And I think if you notice some of the things that Raja says as candidate, he talks about he's against, when asked if he would abolish ICE, he said he would abolish Trump's ICE. There's like these little distinctions that if you don't notice and catch, you're missing the fact of like actually what's underneath that, right? And I think we have to ask ourselves, why are these right-wing donors supporting Raja Krishnamurthy? What is it that they think they'll gain by giving him those funds? And I think the answer is pretty clear to us, which is that they'll get their interests represented. And it's a real question about why is it that he's taking these funds. So as Saqib said, that when his spokesperson first was, questioned about this, it's like, well, anyone who supports us will take their dollars.
Mhm.
And then quietly he returned some of the money. Actually, he didn't return any of the money. He
Okay.
donated some of the money, but he has not donated all of the money. And the question to me is, well, you could have been donating money to support immigrant rights organizations this entire time. You have this massive war chest. Why haven't you been donating to support organizations who are fighting for immigrant rights or fighting for other issues facing our communities? So he only did this after pressure, right? Only did this after we were lifting up and others were lifting up. Wait a minute, look at this trail of dollars and what's happening here. So I think that we've got a lot of work to do, but I think it's working. I think we're really starting to define this race. Like people are looking at the role of right-wing donors in our elections in Illinois and Democratic elections as they should. And so we need to continue this. We need to make sure that more people, understand this, that we spread the word about what's happening. And I think that that's really like there is a moment here when you're seeing an uprising across the country of people fighting back against this authoritarian regime. We need to have an elected leadership that will champion that fight against authoritarianism. That's not Raja Krishnamurthy. And that's why we're here to say we must reject Raja.
And we will be asking these questions to the other Senate candidates also as to where are they getting the funding from, what have their performance been so far, and so it's not just that we are talking about Raja Krishnamurthy today, folks, but today was specifically about Raja. Next week is going to be about Robin Kelly, and then the week after, Juliana Stratton. So these are our elected officials, folks. These are elected by us to represent us, not the special interests that are buying them with the money. Okay. And if they cannot answer, you don't want them representing us. So keep it in mind and go and check out the record of these candidates and see what they have done for you, the voter, not the people that are funding them. Amisha, thank you very much. Sakit, thank you very much for joining us. Stay tuned to the show and keep on listening. Spread the word that we have to hold our elected representatives accountable. As simple as that. It is not so much about an individual. It is about a person who wants to represent the community at large, and we have a right to question them. And if you could please give some information about how people can contact you, your organization, we'll finish off on that. We got Bushra Amala joining us shortly.